This tutorial is going to walk you through how to pull down a repository from GitHub into your local machine for use in Eclipse. The first thing you're going to want to do is to get a hold of the window for GitHub repositories in Eclipse. So as you can see, I've got Eclipse running here. I'm going to go to Window, pull down to Show View and Other, and then under Git, which I just had open, under Git here I will open Git repositories and click OK. So this window is going to open up, probably it'll open up down here for you, and it's very easy to just grab it and drag it to where you'd like it to be. So I like to have mine up here. What we're going to do next is we're going to clone a Git repository. So I'm going to click on Clone Git Repository. Okay, and it has remembered a URL for me here, but what I'm going to do is pull over GitHub for us to look at here. And I'm going to open up the Hello World 4859. And in there, you'll see it, basically your view for that repository on GitHub. What we're going to do is, what we want to get a hold of is this HTTPS URI or URL here. So I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. And we'll get this off the screen and go back over here and paste that in. Okay. I'm going to say next. It's going to ask me if I want to pull down which branch I want, or what I want to do here, and I want to pull from the master branch. Where do I want to store this? So in my case, I'm going to store them on drive D in a folder called Java Development Git Repositories. Okay. You can leave everything as is and click Finish. Okay, so what that has done is that has set up a local Git repository on my hard drive. And that repository can be found in the location that I specified on my D drive. From here, what we want to do is switch back to our Package Explorer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click in a blank area here, and I'm going to say import. We're going to import from Git, and we're going to get projects from Git. So I'm going to click on that and click next. From here, since we've already created the local repository and specified where we wanted it, I'm going to do an existing local repository. I have not tried this, but I would imagine you can do the clone URI function as well, but we're going to do it this way because this way I know works. So I'm going to click next. It's going to ask me which repository I want to get from, and once again this is the local repository that I just pulled off GitHub and put on my local system. And click next, and we're going to leave this as importing an existing Eclipse project. Click next. I think we can pretty much leave this as is. Click Finish. Now you'll see I have Hello World set up here. And if I go ahead and run that, you can see down here that my output works. And here's what my program is. Alright, from here now, let's make some modifications to this and get them checked in to the system. So I'll show you how to commit changes and how to push them up so that they're shared with your entire team on GitHub. So first of all, let's go ahead and make some changes here. Robots rock. Semicolon, and then we'll just run this to make sure we're happy with it. Robots rock. Hello world. Hello. Alright, so that's all working. Okay, so now what we're going to do, you can see that there's little arrows here now showing that we've changed things. We're going to select our project, right click on it and go to Team. And what we're going to do is commit these changes locally. Okay, and we're going to put a message in there, just defining what we've changed. So, changed the code to say something new. Okay, so I'm going to commit. Okay, so now you notice the errors went away. Now what we've done is we've committed them locally to the repository, but we have not committed them up to GitHub. So if I go up here to GitHub and open up my source, you'll see that it still just says hello world, hello 4859. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to right click on our project again in Eclipse. We're going to go down to Team, and we're actually going to push to upstream. So we're going to basically upload this to GitHub. So I'll do that. Now it's going to ask for your login and password. And I think it'll store that information so you don't have to keep entering it if you click there. I'm not going to do that so I can do demonstrations, but I think that's what that will do for you. I click OK. So it says it pushed it up, pushed up the origin all the way up to GitHub. Okay, let's say OK here. Let's go back over to GitHub, and I'm going to press F5 to refresh, and lo and behold, now it says Robots Rock. So basically my changes were checked in. That ought to about do it for this version of this talk. So I will probably do another one on how to pull changes from the source control at another time. Thanks so much for listening, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye-bye.